Hey everybody, it's Zipic, and today we're going to be going over a new base build using the Building 4.0 update. For this base design, we're going to be using a new type of bunker using the triangle stairs. I have seen a few other videos with the same idea, however they were mainly using just squares instead of two triangles. And I apologize for not uploading recently. I'm just trying to get this last semester of school finished with so we can continue with the uploads. So with all of that said, let's get right into the base cinematic. Then I'll give you guys a full tutorial of how to build the base, and we'll end it off with a walkthrough and tour of the entire design. You'll notice the base is a very simple starter. It's very easy to build and can be put up in only a few seconds. Once our starter base is complete, we're going to put a few doors on as well as our DC. You'll also notice we can fit a few furnaces and some large boxes. This should be the place where you cook up all your metal and HQM needed to make the entire base design. Once you're ready to go, continue on. You'll notice that I'm leaving the bottom floor empty so we can fill it in later on. Here's a quick top view of what the base should look like at this point. Now let's go outside and fill in all of the following honeycomb. Go ahead and use triangles and fill in anywhere where you can see metal with stone. The spot I show you here is going to end up being our door, so we're going to put another triangle in, and you'll see how I use the doorways to get up. I use a ladder to get to our top floor for now. However, if you don't have a ladder BP, you can just use the triangle staircase again to get to your top floor. However, I would recommend upgrading it to only wood so you can pick it out later on. If you don't have the metal at the moment to upgrade your loot rooms, just put them as stone. However, remember not to place in the window frame, just to make it easier to upgrade it later on when you have the metal. We leave this extra triangle open to access our roof. You can see I put a triangle floor frame in, and I can use a ladder hatch later on, or just furnaces like you'll see later in the video. If you're running low on resources, you can end off your roof floor where it is right now. However, I would recommend upgrading some half walls where all your metal spots are, just to make sure you have the maximum security to protect against people drilling down through your base. Now I know what you guys are going to think. Surprisingly, for one of my builds, the roof floor is nothing special. I just simply wanted to add in some windows and let the build be up to you. If you would like to add peak downs, it's really easy to do so. Mess around with it for a little bit, but I checked and there are plenty of places to put them in. But I'm not going to be adding it in my video just to save a bit of time and leave some creativity up to you guys. The triangle I'm looking at right here is actually our drop down, so we're going to want to seal that off, and you'll notice this is where I'm going to put our roof access. This is really useful, and we're going to get full roof access out of this triangle. One of the important things to remember with this base is that it's all triangles and no squares, which saves quite a bit of resources, and you'll see that in the overall base cost. Before people freak out and say this is not my design to use, I do want to mention I recorded this 2 days after the update for building came out on staging. So this is actually an old recording of mine, and I just took quite a while to edit it with all the exams coming up. And try to understand that I'm not trying to take credit for anyone else's work. I just made this quite a while ago and thought it would be cool to share. So for anyone who still doesn't understand how this works, when the twig is placed, the roof piece will go away, allowing the player to go in and out of their loot room. And once the roof is broken again, the stairs will take its place, blocking anyone from going in or out of the window. We'll go ahead and place an extra bag in this main room, just in case of an online raid and the raiders get into your main loot. We're going to place our tier 3 far away from either side of the bunkers, so that way if a raider gets into your main core, they're going to have to pick out a wall or get TC access without using your tier 3. That's going to be quite a few trips back and forth repairing jackhammers or pickaxes. Alright, with all that done, let's get right on to the base tour. Going through our front 2 doors and airlock, you can see we get our access to our ladder and 2nd floor. It's a lot better to start on the 2nd floor since we can use drop downs and make our base a lot safer. Through a few more garage doors, we get access to our research table, as well as a drop down with some furnaces guarded by a shotgun trap. Heading up to our roof floor, you can see we have plenty of space with shop fronts to guard an online raid, as well as a full roof access with plenty of space to expand. You'll notice we also have a repair bench on this floor with some small boxes, and there's plenty more spots for large and small boxes on the top floor just to hide any sniper rifles. Heading into the core of our base, we get to our first loot room, covered by a glass window and embrasure. You can see we have 4 boxes on either side. We're going to continue through the garage door path, which gives us access to another loot room. Behind this window is 6 more large boxes in a very safe loot room. Heading down our drop down, you can see our access to our first bunker. Our drop down is guarded by a shotgun trap, and you can see both of our bunkers now, as well as 3 bags for your most active players. Right now there's nowhere to go since our bunkers are both up. For anyone who hasn't seen this before, we removed the bunkers by placing in a small piece of twig right on top of our staircase. This will completely remove the wall, keeping us from going inside of either of the windows. In this bunker, we have access to 3 large boxes, 4 small boxes, and our tier 3. Let's head over to the other one and show you guys what it has to offer. In our main and stronger bunker, you can see we have access to 4 large boxes, 2 small boxes, and our TC. The upkeep is now on the screen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's been it.